Hello, and welcome to our fourth lesson on the atmosphere. In the previous lessons, we have taken a look at the atmosphere's layers, the process of heating the atmosphere, and the ozone layer. So if you need a refresher, go back and watch those videos first before you continue watching this one. First and foremost, we need to define and explain what the greenhouse effect is. First, we have to take into account that insolation passes through the atmosphere, and very little is absorbed in the atmosphere. As the insolation reaches the Earth, it gives off terrestrial radiation as the Earth absorbs heat because it is a solid. Gases, such as water vapor and carbon dioxide, absorb that terrestrial radiation and heat the atmosphere. Gases that do this are known as greenhouse gases. The greenhouse effect operates within the 11-kilometer band of the atmosphere above the Earth's surface. Looking at this diagram, you can see where sunlight heats the Earth and that some gases can trap the heat to warm the atmosphere. Here, you can see a video from NASA on the greenhouse effect. Of course, with anything that occurs in the atmosphere, there are implications on the environment. It is important to remember that the greenhouse effect is a natural process that keeps the temperature suitable for survival. Human activities like burning fossil fuels increase the amount of greenhouse gas in the environment. By having extra carbon dioxide, water vapor, and other gases in the environment, this will enhance the greenhouse effect and cause the temperatures of the Earth to rise, which we know is something called global warming. We will talk about global warming in more detail in a later video. But there are some positive effects on the environment. As the temperature rises in the atmosphere, we find that the Earth's surface becomes more suitable for settlement and for farming. Our climate zones develop from the heating differences in the atmosphere, and we find that our different temperatures bring on biomes. Biomes are large naturally occurring communities of flora and fauna occupying a major habitat, like a forest or the tundra. So now, what are the negative effects on the environment that are cause for concern? As temperatures rise, the climate begins to change. Some places will be too hot for crops, and others will get too much rain or too little rain. Have a look at what's happening in Dubai in April 2024, with all their flooding that's been the worst within 75 years from the process of using cloud seeding. Another result of the greenhouse effect is the melting of ice caps and glaciers at the poles, which can cause the sea level to rise. So now that we've had a look at the environmental impacts, what is the impact on people? People are able to use various different biomes for survival by fishing or farming. The greenhouse effect and the heating of the atmosphere allow for people to live around the world. Finally, global warming will impact how and where people live and where and how food is grown. As with most things that relate to the environment, what are the things we can do to reduce the greenhouse effect? To reduce the greenhouse effect, we can recycle as much as possible, create your own compost from your yard waste and fruit and vegetable leftovers, and plant your own vegetable garden. By buying local produce, you can reduce fuel costs of transporting goods. Finally, using an electric or manual lawnmower, less air pollution will be released as it will not be gas-powered. In the next video, we will look at the factors that affect the temperature around the world.